Should you factor even if you have a bunch of money saved up in the bank? Hey, welcome to Freightskills, and if you're new to the channel, this is the internet's #1 place for freight broker growth tactics, strategies, information, all of that stuff. So if you're new to the channel, I encourage you to like this video, subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss any of the modern day freight broker growth updates that we put out on a weekly basis. So in this video, we're going to talk about a controversial topic about freight factoring. Is freight factoring right for you, even if you have a whole stack of money saved up in the bank, right? So I see this situation a lot where people start brokerages either by themselves or with partners, and somehow they have a large source of funding sitting in the bank. And they start up and they say, you know what? I got all this money saved up in the bank and I'm gonna be able to pay my carriers quickly and pay them myself, and it's gonna be great because I got 50 grand there or 100 grand there, and I'm gonna be able to pay all my bills on time and build my credit fast. Here's where I see the problem being with that. So while it's great that you have a bunch of money saved up, while it's great that you wanna pay your carriers quickly and on time and build your credit, choosing to fund yourself as a broker versus funding with a factoring company, you have to decide, is the extra 1 to 2% that you're paying a factoring company worth the following? Managing your payables by yourself, collecting from delinquent receipts from customers, managing POD collection and credit checks, managing an accounting team or department. Do you have the time yourself to manage the team and department? And 5, will that money being used affect your lifestyle in any way if you fall on any kind of economic hardship, right? Freight's not easy. At the time of this video, the economy is not doing great right now. It's all doom and gloom all over the news. Is it worth 1 to 2% or whatever the rates are to have somebody pay you quickly, pay your carriers for you, run credit checks for your customers for you, manage collections for you, and do all that stuff? In my opinion, no. Now, in our brokerage, our family brokerage has been running for 25, 30 years now. We have been managing our own payables for a long time. We have employees. We're fortunate where we're financially solvent, where we can fund our carrier operations. But we have a team, we have accounting, we have all this stuff. We have bank loans, we have different ways of funding, but we've been managing it, so it's easy for us. For newer brokers or brokers who are moving along but have a smaller team, you have to understand that when you borrow money from a bank right now, the interest rates are super high. I think we're paying like 8% if we take money from the bank to pay carrier bills. Shippers are paying longer and longer. The credit risk is increasing with shippers, right? So right now, our longest shipper pays us in 120 days. It's a big corporation, but on average, we're getting paid in between 45 and 60 days. That's a long time to have money floating when we're trying to pay our carriers in 7 days, 7 to 10, really. Before you make the decision and say, I'm gonna come off factoring or I'm just gonna skip factoring altogether, make sure you weigh the pros and cons on the basis of that fee that you would be paying. And if 1 to 2% is worth you handling all of the headaches that I just mentioned, then go for it, fund yourself. But if it's not worth it, which it's not going to be in 85 to 100% of the time, make sure you give factoring a consideration, because it's gonna help you streamline your business. It's gonna help you fund your operations a little bit more risk-free. There's always gonna be risks, but a lot less if you have an experienced factoring team behind you and backing you. All right, and as you know, if you watch any of these videos, if you've been a member of the channel for a while, the factoring company of choice for Freightskills is Haul Pay by ComFreight. We have a partnership with them. They take care of all of the members that come over from Freightskills. So if you're interested in a factoring solution, or if you're interested in switching over, if you don't like the contract they're in right now, I encourage you to give Haul Pay a call, or you can head down to the description below. There's a form there. It says non-recourse factoring. Just click that, fill it out, and then a salesperson will reach out to you and just give you all the details on how it works. Now, I have to tell you that we do have a performance partnership with them. So the more loads that, if you get loads, I get a very minuscule portion of that for Freightskills, and all of that gets invested back into making these videos for you. So I have to tell you that because it's, you know, YouTube policies. But we only promote businesses and organizations that we would use ourselves. All of my students I refer to Haul Pay have had an amazing experience. I've had talks with the CEO, multiple sales reps, their partnership manager. They're all really great people at HallPay, and I really love working with them. I can't say enough good about them. So give them a try if you're even considering factoring. But that's all for now. I wanted to cover that topic about funding yourself versus funding through factoring, because it really is a crucial decision that you make in your business, and it really could affect the viability of your business. If at any point in time you make the switch from factoring to self-funding, you have to know which risks are involved, and you have to know what you're giving up to get, right? So maybe you're getting 2%, but now you're giving up the security of the financial backing that the factoring company was giving you. So all those things have to come into consideration before you make these decisions. And as always, if you want help making these decisions and you want a little bit more help with freight brokering in general, there's another link down below to join my free group where I hang out and I talk brokering and help people with questions all day. It's right down below. It says free group. Just join that. Introduce yourself once you get in, and I'll see you inside. But either way, I'll talk to you on the next video. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you soon.